Hello guys! Today I'm bringing you a guide for the rulers of the outer worlds. My strategy is to go all out with my characters, so the completion time is under 3 minutes. It's not completely safe. You probably will have to try it a couple of times, maybe tens of times, but it's fast and effective. So, without further ado, let's get on with it. And by the way, you can find the build at the end of the video and in the description below. I have slowed down the gameplay a little bit so you can see it better. So the first round is actually kind of tough. You have to start with Cloud casting stop on Kujata, because Kujata is really annoying to deal with, and this lets us cast ATB ward and Arcane ward with AERITH while he's stopped, so you don't get interrupted. Once you have ATB ward and Arcane ward on the ground, you should switch over to YUFFIE and start spamming Brumal form inside the ATB ward. This will generate lots of ATB for you, and once Cloud has 1 ATB, use Magnified Fate on everyone. Then you just keep using Firaka with AERITH and Tandaka with Cloud, and take off the Magnify so you deal more damage, and target Kujata because Phoenix doesn't take damage before you kill Kujata, so you have to deal with Kujata first. Try to make sure AERITH is in the Arcane ward, but it doesn't matter if Cloud is not there. He doesn't have Genji Gloves, so his damage isn't as good as AERITH's. Once Kuata is dead, you have very short amount of time to kill Phoenix before she will revive Kuata. If you are in the Arcane ward with AERITH, 1 Blissaka will do it, if Phoenix doesn't somehow evade it. But just in case, cast Tandaka with Cloud as well. Sometimes the second Blissaka misses. Now you just have to repeat this process for all of the remaining rounds. Personally, I think the first round is the hardest one with this build. I'm gonna use normal speed for the remaining clips now. On round 2, what I like to do is cast stop on Titan, then I switch over to AERITH and run over to Titan and cast ATB ward and Arcane ward near him. This will most likely pull a Bahamut near Titan as well, and if they are close enough to each other, your spells will heal multiple times, which will take care of them much faster. As usual, spam Brumal form in the ward and cast Fate with Cloud once he has enough ATB, and then start using Firaka and Tandaka. Since I have Magnify on both of them, it will hit both Titan and Bahamut, and this round shouldn't last very long. This is probably the easiest round of them all. Not much can go wrong really. Sometimes they aren't close enough to each other, but it's not really a problem, it just takes a little bit longer. By the way, you can also make use of the synergy skills like Bodyguard with AERITH to pull YUFFIE or Cloud inside the wards easily, so you don't have to move around. I don't use them that much, but it's an option if you want. It makes it faster. Alright, round 3 against Odin and Alexander. The idea here is to get ATB ward and Arcane ward near the arms. This way it's possible that Odin comes close enough for the spells to hit him as well. During this run, Odin doesn't want to play with me and he goes away from Alexander, so my magnified spells don't hit him. So I just use Tandaka with Cloud on the arms and Firaka on Odin to make him disappear for a while. It's actually possible to stagger him while just killing Alexander, but it doesn't really matter. You can deal with Odin later once you have dealt with Alexander. Just keep casting spells at Alexander. It shouldn't take more than one Firaga and Tandaga or something like that. Overall, it's not that hard. After you have dealt with Alexander, Odin will come back, and you just keep casting spells at him. He dies like immediately once he comes out. Oh, by the way, I forgot to tell you, if YUFFIE ever runs out of ATB, she has ATB Boost materia equipped, so you can just use that whenever you need. This will give you more than enough ATB to finish off the fights. Alright, then it's time for Gilgamesh. With Gilgamesh you want to cast Fate right away, then switch over to AERITH and use ATB Boost and ATB Ward on YUFFIE, but try to make it so that you don't get interrupted. After you have casted the ATB Ward, teleport to it with Ward Shift. This should give you enough time to use Arcane Ward as well and start spamming Brumal Form. If you get this part down, you have won the fight already. There's pretty much nothing Gilgamesh can do to you now, because all of the Tandagas and Firagas will just keep staggering him. He doesn't get any attacks off really. It's kind of hard to tell you when to use the ATB ward, because Gilgamesh has a really big moveset and he's really random, so there's plenty of openings, you just have to find them. And it can go wrong sometimes, but like I said, this is really fast, so you can try multiple times in a matter of minutes. Alright, last round against Sephiroth. Sephiroth has a move called Shadowy Chains, which he will use right at the beginning of the fight, which will trap your party members one by one. But you can kill him before he does it. Don't use Fate with Cloud, save the ATB for later. Instead, swap over to AERITH, move a little bit, use ATB Boost and ATB Ward on YUFFIE, followed by Arcane Ward. Then swap over to YUFFIE and start spamming Brumal Form. The goal here is to get Cloud to two ATBs as fast as possible and use Tandaga on Sephiroth to stagger him. If you look here, whenever you cast Tandaga or Firaga on Sephiroth, he will fall to the ground. This will interrupt his Shadowy Chains and you will never see the move. After the first Tandaga, you should use Fate with Cloud, since you now have all of the ATB generation set up ready. You should have enough time to cast the Fate and still keep staggering Sephiroth. Once Sephiroth has under half health, he will change his affinity to fire. At this point, or shortly before it, you should start using Blizzaga instead of Firaga with AERITH, because Firagas will heal him. Sephiroth can also change his affinity to ice a little bit later in the fight. If this happens, just go back to casting Firagas. But yeah, that's it for this fight. Honestly, the hard part is the beginning. You just have to get the setup fast and use Tandaga on him before he can use the Shadowy Chains. After that, it's really easy.
That wasn't so bad.
Completion time of 2 minutes and 48 seconds, not bad. Alright, let's go over the build real quick. We have Rune Blade for Cloud, Cetran Armlet, Chocoking Cape. For the materials we have Lightning with HP Absorption, Lightning with MP Absorption, Lightning with Magnify, Lightning with Magic Focus, and Empowerment with Magnify. Then we have Time, Luck Up, HP Up, ATB Stagger and Gilgamesh. For the weapon skills we have full power magic, ATB charge rate up, and enemy parts damage up. For AERITH we have the Ceremonial staff, the Cetran Bracer, Genji Gloves, Swiftcast with Fire and Ice, HP absorption with Fire, MP absorption with Fire, Magic focus with Fire, Magnify with Fire, Magic up, HP up, First Strike, ATB Boost and Phoenix. For the weapon skills we have Reprieve, ATB charge rate up, magic attack power and fire damage up. As for YUFFIE we have the Crescent Sickle, ATB Armlet and Hermes Shoes. For the materials we have HP up, Vitality up, Vitality up, Spirit up, Spirit up, Steadfast Block, First Strike, ATB Boost, ATB Assist, ATB Stagger, Speed up and Elemental with Fire on your armor. And the summoning material is Kujata. And weapon skills are Synergy damage up, Precision defense ATB, Opening ATB bonus and ATB charge rate up. All of the materials are at max level and weapon level is maxed at 9 as well. And obviously the characters are level 70. That's it for this guide. I hope it helped you. Please remember to comment, like and subscribe. It would help me a lot. Thank you. Have a good day. Bye bye.